Stop that phone right there where it is, 'cause it's already caused enough trouble with me today.
Oh yeah.
Me trying to get
Hey,
ready
we
for
are
this.
live.
It kept wanting me to put the password in, and I said, "Forget it, cell phone. You're being mean right now."
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's phones for you. That's technology for you in general.
I know that's for real.
Morgan James, what's up?
What is up, Morgan?
How's everyone doing today? It's cold by us today. How's your weather?
The wind's blowing. It's warmed up some, but I don't think it's going to get too much warmer today, and it's going to be back down to 41 again tonight.
Yeah, it's like only in like maybe the 40s or 50s right now, like low 50s, and we're supposed to get pretty warm by Friday, but it's pretty chilly right now.
Right?
He went from 80 to 90 to 50, Morgan. That isn't fun. That isn't fun.
Morgan, if you haven't done it already, share it out.
Yeah,
Hit the
share it
like
out, hit the
button.
like, all that fun stuff. And I guess I'll comment in the chat.
Is she the only one in the chat right now?
I believe right now we just have Morgan. I know I shared it out when we first, well, right before we started.
Right?
Yeah, we haven't been leaving the house, Morgan. We really have not been leaving the house. My husband's still working though, so he still has to go out, but we're trying to do the best we can. Say Premier Hill's in here now saying he shared it.
Thank you, Premier.
J Dog Party, what's up? How you doing?
What's up?
We got some people coming in now. The notifications are taking longer lately, I think. I really do. I think so many people are going live and so many people are posting videos that the notifications are not going out as fast as they should be.
Right?
And he says, "Congratulations on getting to over 1,000 fans."
Thank you.
So that is
Is,
pretty awesome. That's an awesome feat.
is he in blue or did I?
No, he's not blue. He's just gray right now.
All right, go ahead and turn him blue, Premier.
That is for sure. Yeah, no, it's what's everyone doing to stay busy? What is everyone doing to stay occupied and sane? Is that even a word right now? Is anyone sane? I think we're all insane talking to the walls.
That's why I have to come on here most of the time and make sure that I'm active, and
Keeping your sanity the best you can.
that's it.
I know I don't think anyone is fully sane right now because our whole life's got like flipped over upside down and changed and playing card games and mobile games. We've been doing a lot of board games, me and the kids, and Legos. I used to hate Legos. Legos used to be my least favorite thing in the world. Now I'm like, thank God for all these Legos because it's something to do.
Now, I do have a set of Braille cards that have Braille and print on them.
That's cool.
It's the spade cards. I don't know if you're familiar with those cards or not.
That's yeah, it's spades.
Yeah.
I used to play that. Oracles and Beyond. Hello, how you doing?
What is up? Welcome to the stream. Hit the like, share it out.
Happy New Year was put on hold. Oh, it's April Fool's Day today, but I don't think anyone could ever top the April Fool that happened of this year. I don't think anything could top this April Fool's joke that we're living in.
I know, that's right.
Yeah, I never played with Legos as a kid. My kids have a ton of Legos. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't think I'd ever like them, but I found a new like for them lately.
We have 2 bins of.
It's so much better than what we could be doing because if we didn't have those Legos, I think I'd be rocking in a corner, completely lost my mind already.
Now, I used to have a set of ivory dominoes. Those were always fun because I would be able to tell the double six or the, depending on how many holes were in each one of them, I would
Yeah,
always know what they were. But guess what happened? Guess what happened to that set of dominoes that
the
I had?
nieces and nephews took off with them.
I'm not sure that it was them, but you're right. Somebody did steal them.
Yeah, I'm sure the kids probably grabbed them to play with them and lost them.
People anymore just think that I have the word "steal" from Flo Beck written on my forehead. Do you? Does anybody in the chat see that on my forehead anywhere?
My kids, my middle son used to love dominoes. He'd play with dominoes for hours on end. Pinch me, this has to be a dream. I don't think a pinch will even take you out of this nightmare. You need someone just to beat the crap out of you, I think, and you're still going to be in the nightmare.
Get right.
You just might be a little bit incoherent for a little bit, so you forget you're in this nightmare.
I know that's right.
Yeah, J Dog, I've been going as long as the weather permits. We've had really crappy weather for about 3, 4 days now.
Mhm.
But we were going for walks with the dogs and just the kids were riding the bikes when we went for the walk and just trying to get out of the house and get some fresh air.
Yep, that's what he needs to do. Keep talking until Premier turns in blue.
Oh, he's blue now. He said thanks for making him a mod.
Oh well, welcome to the blue team.
And my advocate took care of business for me today. I love my advocate. You have games like Uno, Rummy Cube, and Skippo. We don't have Rummy Cube or Skippo, but we do have Uno. We play Uno a lot.
Oh, I
Mhm.
bet that's fun.
I love Uno.
And sometimes that turns into a very long game of Uno.
Yes.
I
And
hear you.
sometimes they fall fast.
My son, the last time we played Uno, I think he had half the deck in his hand.
Yeah.
Just
He kept saying,
don't ever cheat and think you can get away with it. Because I had some people cheat on me in a game of Monopoly before. They thought they were going to get away with that until somebody teamed up with me. Long story short, there, but they lost pretty quick and they couldn't stand it to the point they knocked all the game pieces in the floor, knocked the money in the floor, knocked the cards, knocked all the property in the floor and the game board.
yeah, we don't have the full size Monopoly. We have like the frozen Monopoly, which is a much shrunken version of Monopoly. It's not near as much fun, but at the same time, it's a lot faster to play. So I don't know. It's a mixed feeling right now in the state we're in. Fast gameplay. Do you like long gameplay is not a big deal because there's nothing else to do, but fast is still kind of nice sometimes because the kids don't keep the attention span.
Right?
I do like the smaller game board, but I kind of want the full size version.
And
Gotta tell Easter Bunny.
we didn't think this topic was headed there today, really, did we?
I just go with whatever's going on in the chat.
Right?
I fly with it. I need to talk to the Easter Bunny and tell the Easter Bunny to bring a full size Monopoly to the kids.
I
Yeah.
know that's right.
Miss me, how you doing?
What is
Hold on.
up?
With her puppy Riley. I remember your dog's name this time.
Welcome to the stream.
No.
How you doing? How's the day going? Staying sane, staying safe?
I think she's still in gray, isn't she?
Yes, she's gray.
Oh, that's another one. I'm gonna go ahead and say welcome to the blue team.
You're gonna be turning blue, Miss Me.
That's right.
But I hope everyone is staying sane and safe. Like I said, it's like that double-handed sword. It's you got to be sane and safe. Yeah,
Let,
it is hard. It is
let me
hard.
know. Let me know when she turns blue right there.
I'll let you know. Right now, she's not.
Keep making comments. You will be here in a minute.
Yeah, sane is hard to do, Miss Me. It's hard to find things to do. Your lockdown just got our governor is supposed to be talking today or tomorrow. They didn't say what day. Like I'm sure they have it pre-set up and decided. So you'd think they'd be like, he's talking on Thursday at 1 o'clock. No, they go, he's either gonna address the country or the Indiana on either Wednesday or Thursday. I have a feeling we're gonna be told that we are on an extended lockdown, very likely a curfew, and I think they're gonna probably tell us school's just out for the year. I have a feeling that's hitting us soon.
Well, and that's the problem here. The school, they'll be homeschooled, but that's it for this year.
Yeah. We've got till May 1st right now. May 1st, they're supposed to be going back as of right now. I don't think they're going back. Well, Indiana's been underreporting, is what our news said. So I have a feeling we're faster growing than they're making it appear because they've been underreporting and falsifying stuff, basically.
Did Premier catch what I said when I said welcome to the blue team?
Welcome.
I don't think he did because she's not blue yet.
Mom, my face.
Yep. Defeat.
He'll see it
Yeah,
soon
damn.
enough, right?
Oh, he'll get there eventually, I'm sure.
He's still in the chat, right?
Um, as far as I know,
See if you can type a message to him and let him.
yeah, that's the case everywhere though, Miss Me. We've been more or less staying home, other than going to the grocery store as needed. But my husband does work at the jail as an essential employee, so he is working in the mess of this. And he is 90% of the time being put on the sick floor, which is the floor that has the very likely negative or positive cases. So I don't think it matters that we're staying home because we're sitting a sitting duck waiting for it to hit us.
Wow.
But it is what it is. There's nothing that we can do about that. He's got to work, and we're just taking every precaution we can. That Premier got it.
Thank you, Premier.
Yeah, and we're trying to do every precaution that we can. Where like we've got Lysol spray. We're spraying his clothes before he like as soon as he leaves the building. He has the N95. He's got gloves he's wearing in work. He's wiping his boots down real good. Like he's trying the best he can, but you still run the risk.
You're right.
Premier's trying to talk his mom into not traveling.
I know, right?
Tell her to look at the cruise ship that's stuck on the water with cases on it and people dropping like flies and they can't dock anywhere. That should convince her enough, shouldn't it?
You would think.
I sure as heck don't want to travel with seeing what I've seen.
I know I can glitch.
Which one of your kids is that, R5?
That is Troy. That's my youngest.
Oh.
One of 6. Wow. That's not many people, Miss Me. Only 6 people are still working in that company. It's there's a lot of people that have lost jobs. And it's sad to say, like, you're like, if you have an essential job and you're working, you're like, yes, I'm essential. I still got a job. And then at the same time, you're like, but I really don't want to be out of this. So why am I essential?
Oh,
If
I need
Yeah,
y'all
to
mixed
go.
feelings.
if y'all haven't done it already, turn that thumb blue, share the stream out.
Listen to it, you know, y'all know that I thought I could.
Yeah, my youngest son is sitting next to me playing Roblox.
I bet that's pretty fun.
Not
Yeah, Miss Me, that's not good either if they're talking about possibly having to close the doors. Uh See, and that's the thing is like the only problem I have is like the stay in place order. If you're going to enforce a stay in place order, I understand grocery stores have to stay open, but they should be doing curbside pickup only. Obviously, law enforcement is still going to be working. Like I understand that doctors, nurses, like the medical field is still going to be working. But if you're going to say stay in place, like these stores should be curbside pickup only, and they should not have non-essential stores open, and they're calling places like Joanne Fabric essential, Michael's essential. Like they can't have people shopping in the store. They have to do curbside pickup, but their employees shouldn't even be coming into the store and working day in and day out in a store like that. It's not an essential store.
Get right.
No work coming in at all right now. It's scary.
What? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they say all non-essential places have been closed, Morgan, but they're calling, like I said, we have Hobby Lobby is essential. Liquor stores is essential. And I know people have said the reason that that's essential is because like you don't want people that are alcoholics to detox like that because they'll end up in a hospital too. But can you not get alcohol at the grocery stores?
You would think.
That's crazy, Miss Me. That's crazy. They need to do that everywhere though, almost because this hoarding crap is out of hand. One person per family at once and limited amount of items you can buy. National Guard is watching at the stores. That's yeah. It's almost needed. Exactly. That's my point, Miss Mees. You can get alcohol at so many other stores. So why are alcohol like liquor stores open? Like they've just got too many non-essentials still open.
So who all do we have in the chat now, R5?
What I'm seeing comment, we got Miss Me, Premier, Morgan James. That's what I'm seeing at the moment. I don't know if anyone else is in here. It's showing four. Well, yeah, that's probably who's in here because then I'm still in there.
Right?
Yeah, I've only left my house maybe 3 times in the last month.
You think I would have more watching than that, right?
Yeah, the notifications just aren't working.
Guess we'll have to share it back out and see who else comes in, right?
Get upstairs. Yell at my dog. Miss Me, in all honesty, it's a virus. I can pretty much say it the best hope we can have is they're going to come up with a vaccine. It's not going anywhere, just like the flu doesn't go anywhere. They can't eradicate it completely. It's not like it's mutating as fast as they can do anything. And like, because my brother is a research doctor. He does a lot of research on like cures and medications. And we're kind of messing things up in a sense with the amount of disinfecting we're all doing, which I'm not going to stop doing. But like he said, the reason that diseases mutate is when there's a lot of disinfection going on, then they mutate themselves. So he said with how much disinfecting is going on, it's why this one is mutating so fast.
Wow.
Oh, there's more than 2 strains, Miss Me. It's mutated like 9 times already, 8, 9 times. It mutates. It's mutated very, very fast. Go Fish Office, what's up?
What is up? Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, and like I've got my middle son is immune compromised, so he's at high risk. And then with my husband working where he works, I already disinfect a decent bit, but I've been pretty much mopping daily with bleach, cleaning the counters with bleach. Like everything's been getting cleaned with bleach on a daily basis. My hands are starting to go a little dry, but I'm trying to keep it out of the house. Try is the key word.
Yeah, I think the notifications are being slow because people are coming in pretty slow, so that's probably what's up with that R5.
Oh yeah, it's diving with R5 today. Go Fish Office, but yeah, that's my alter ego. Maybe 2.0 is one of the two.
That could be possible.
I got one to be kind and pleasant, the other one to not be so kind and pleasant at times.
You did send Nikki the link to the live stream, right?
Yeah, I did tell her that we were live. I texted her. I don't know if she responded. No response.
You think you would be in already.
Well, she could be sleeping too. I haven't seen any activity from her yet today. I don't know if Premier has, but we were on the phone until like 3 in the morning, so she could be sleeping. Who knows?
That's possible.
Yeah, I agree. You need to be disinfecting, Miss Me. I do agree with that, but that's just there's like the counterproductive end of it that happens. Miss Me, how long do we think that this is going to last? Meaning the pandemic. I foresee our summer being ruined.
Yep.
I foresee at some point they're just gonna have to move on with regular life because I don't think this is going away anytime soon. I don't think it's going away anytime soon.
Yep.
Premiere, I have like 3 or 4 people that I get notifications for. But those are people that I'm like I get Gills, I get Diving with Purpose, and I usually get Nikki's. And I think it's just because those are like 3 that I do go to all the time. So it actually notifies me. Yeah, at some point they're gonna have to move on with life, I think, because it's just not it's not going anywhere. It's not gonna just vanish in thin air. It's not just gonna walk away. It's always gonna be present either way it goes. And they can't shut down the world for as long as it's gonna have to be, I don't think.
Right.
Like I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. It's under control and things start going back to normal sooner, but I just don't think it is. I just don't think it is. The real question is how much is this going to change people? Being so antisocial right now and not being able to meet up with people, like, yeah, people are still doing it. People are still meeting up, but how much is it going to change people?
Right. For people that I'm around, it's not changing them much at all. Sorry, but it's the truth. I
I've
just
already seen changes.
all they're doing around me is panicking even more, and I'm like, y'all just want to panic, and I'm gonna have to separate.
Yeah, Miss Me, I have to agree. I can see changes in people already with this. It's definitely going to change people, and I can't say it's people for the better. Yeah, I don't know what South Korea. See, I'm trying. The only news I'm really getting is what's put out there on Facebook or I see on YouTube. I don't have news at home because I don't have the antenna. When they changed all that crap, that annoyed me. We used to get the basic channels so you could watch the news. And then they said, oh, you have to have an antenna to watch the news now. Those antennas didn't work but maybe 2 months and they were broke. And then you have to go spend $60 for a new one. I didn't do that. Forget that. It was free before. So I don't have the news at home anymore. So I don't know what they're exactly doing, but at this point, like the only way that they could completely probably eradicate it would be basically shutting everything down for a while. But I don't think it's possible.
Isn't news on YouTube too?
See, and
Yeah.
what's even worse on that when you mention the TV? Woo! Let me those high pitched beeping noise they do to issue a test, that gets annoying after a few minutes.
Yeah, they did what they needed to do, Premiere, but they're so far behind on this. They're so far behind. And then you got all the people that are like, oh, when summer comes, it's going to die off. No, it's not. That's not going to kill it.
Right?
My biggest example is it's in places that get extremely hot and it's still running rampant. If heat was going to kill it, it wouldn't be in those areas.
Right? And for anybody that just came in the stream a few minutes ago, if you haven't done it already, share it out. Turn that thumb blue.
We have like next to no testing places out by us. We have like next to no testing. You had to practically beg to get testing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, true, Miss Me, true, because you're pretty hot over there too.
$5 million for this?
It's just I guess you got to stay as sane as you can. Like my biggest concerns I think right now is the economy and just people's mental health. Like I thank God don't have like depression and stuff, and I'm like not full blown depression, but people that are depressed and have issues like that, this is not going to do well for their mental health. That's crazy, Miss Me, because here you need to get a doctor's order and you still have to fight to get it. And then you're put on a waiting list and then another waiting list. And it takes, by the time you can get a test, you're pretty much already in the hospital. What you doing, boy?
Make an adjustment while you're talking to people and see if I can reach my coffee cup.
Well, Premier, the problem is the economy crashes. There's going to be a whole lot of homeless people and people that can't live. And like, there's already people struggling to live. So it still has a very high importance, honestly.
Right?
It really does. If you can't make ends meet to where you can actually keep a house and you keep your food and you keep what you need for essentials, kind of like the homeless die every day on the street.
Well, and that's what I keep telling people here. They don't want to believe me when I said save the food. Yet they want to panic and say, "Oh, you're not going to be able to go anywhere."
Nicky Pink, itching to scratch. What's up?
Woohoo! What's up, Nikki? Um, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, Nikki, welcome to the blue team.
Just my thought, but I think there's more to this picture. I think there was another plants in the back. Oh, go fish. I think there almost always is. It might have got a little out of control, and it wasn't necessarily supposed to get this out of control, but I almost always.
Premier did catch that, right, R5?
Yep, she's blue.
Thank you, Premier.
Still no word, Nikki. Well, that ain't good. High windstorm, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's got to be rough, Miss Me. At least you have your pup. That's a plus.
Yeah.
That's right.
It probably is. It's been the internet every other time, Nikki. It's been the internet every other time. I'm sure. I'm sure everything's all good. I'm sure of it.
What, the notification?
No, she's not hearing from someone that she's waiting to hear from, and she was saying she hasn't heard from them yet. I know you. Well, what's honestly, if I was sitting on the street homeless, there's not much that I'd want to live for either. Giving up on life would be an option. Riley's an outside dog. Supposedly isn't when Dad is gone. Riley's like, yes, Bob, Dad's gone. Let's play. Is he supposed to be an outside dog because Dad wants him outside? Or is he an outside dog because that's where he wanted to be? And now Dad's not home and he's like, Mom, I'm going to hang out with you now. Nikki Pink's got
Right.
herself muted on a panel.
Uh-oh, Nikki.
She muted herself on panel and came over here.
I heard that.
I can't quite say that's the case, Premier. Sure, some people don't have a home because of greed, but if you have no income coming in, you can't pay for a house. It doesn't matter how cheap of a house it is, because we live next to Gary, and yeah, sure, we could go get a $500 house to rent, but if you don't have money coming in, you can't even rent that. And I don't want to raise my kids in a place where you step outside your door, you might get shot. He tells on Mama too. He scratches to come in. He's an outside dog because of his shedding. Oh, miss me. I've got a shepherd, a husky, and a golden. Talk about shedding.
Yep. There's a bunch of outside dogs over here too, and I have to deal. Every time I get ready to do something, they're always getting in my way, and I'm like, "Get out of here! You're blocking me!" And they continue to stand there, and I'm like, "You're doing me no good. I'm fixing to hit you with a cane."
Nikki said she couldn't neglect us. She had to come over here. She couldn't neglect us.
I know that's right, Nikki.
My dogs are all indoor dogs, miss me. They're outside right at the moment, but no, they live inside. So we get golden tumbleweeds. Like that's for me that's the problem. Like for sure, like people do over purchase. Like go to too big of houses they can't afford, or they over exert their money in places that didn't need.
Right?
But instead, like you can go to the places that the only places you can find a cheap house is going into the slum lords of houses where the houses have mold, the houses aren't upkept, not safe for your children anyway. Step outside and they have drive-bys every 10 minutes. So I don't know. It's just you're gonna pay for the areas you're in, and if you can't afford it, that's where you're gonna be stuck. But I don't want to bring my kids to an area like that.
Right?
Yeah, Nikki's worried because she hasn't heard from someone she talks to regularly.
Oh, I hear you, Nikki. At least you finally made it to one of my streams, right, Nikki?
He is. Yep. We none of us committed a crime yet. We were all locked up in the prison of our own home.
Right?
Oh, I agree. A lot of people have those problems from air. Gambling, drugs, and alcohol definitely causes a lot of issues. Everyone's gonna tell Nikki, okay, calm down, girl, calm down.
I know that's for real.
Maybe Nikki actually slept some last night.
See, the reason I had to escape my niece already is she ends up. There was a mouse that kept messing with stuff, and there's no way I can shorten this, so I'm gonna bring it straight to the point right there, R5. There's a mouse that kept chasing stuff and trying to get into the trash last night. It finally caught enough poison that my niece ended up using a plastic solo cup to trap it. And she woke me up saying, I caught him. I said, girl, you need to leave that mouse alone, first off, but you better go let your pawpaw know where you can come get it.
See, we've been at the bottom of the bottom, Premier. We've always kept ourselves in a house, but it's not been easy. We've given up a lot of things to be able to stay in a house, but uh, some people won't do that. Some people won't do that.
Right?
Some people would prefer their alcohol and their drugs over making sure their kids have food.
Oh, and you know it.
You always need a nap, Nikki. You don't sleep.
What?
Stupid nail missing. That would make typing easier if your nail's missing, right, Nikki? That's what I would think. Those long nails would drive me nuts. I'd be gouging my eyes out and everything every time that would be a good way to get me to stop rubbing my eyes. Every time I go to rub my eyes, I'd gouge an eye.
Wow.
Those nails are not for me. Not for me. Autumn did her nails one day and she had them all for like a day and she's like, I can't even wipe barely. I'm like, yeah, time to take them off then.
See, my fingernails, people already think mine are fake. Hang on. Am I at the camera?
Your nails excessively long.
But some of them are already broke, like that one. And that one right there. Now that one's still pretty long. The thumbnail is long even if it's broke. That ready. That's that one's long, and that I will never understand that fingernail because it's long, but it's not very long either. So, and that's my real fingernails. People just think they're fake.
They're like, Nikki, where the heck did you go to?
I know that's right.
She muted herself and disappeared. They're all looking for her, like, where'd you go?
Really? Orange or blue, and then you.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that too, Premier, that we're going to have some serious conflict with China. That was kind of a building thing as it was. And now this is being known as basically the virus that was caused from China. So I'm sure it's going to cause some major conflict.
Right.
But I think, okay, it may have stemmed from China. It stemmed from China is what the belief is, what we like from the research they've got. It did stem from China, but when this all happened, travel should have been shut down instantly from coming from China, especially. and it would have stopped the spread right then and there. Like, just they needed to shut things down for a little bit, and it would have stopped that spread. So
Right.
everyone kind of has to take some blame for this. They had the borders still open, and they were still allowing travel.
Yep, they really are.
Yeah, and Premier, that's the question: is was it really? Because they're saying it was a mutated virus that came from animals, but did they mutate that virus in a lab, or was it literally from someone eating undercooked meat and it actually mutated? Which is scary. I would say that at any time, anything we eat, we could end up with a mutated virus that came from that animal. Because no one, like, I pretty much know everyone when they make like steak and they make different foods. They do like medium rare or even very rare cooking, so it's not cooked all the way through. So that's scary in general to think that that could happen. But did they possibly take this virus and mutate it themselves and then release it? They've been known to do stuff like that. They've been known to release it on their people before like that. So it's possible.
Right. And to think that people see R5, and to think that people would falsely accuse somebody like me of not knowing when nothing's done and telling me I can't cook. People like that should just very well be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah. No, it's just the like it's all the thought process of you don't know which one it is. You don't know what I'm sure it'll come out eventually, the definite truth. Um it's a scary thought. And this virus is just so it's so intense compared to most that it makes you wonder if it was genetically made.
You right?
Go fish. I don't trust many people myself.
I know. I heard
Oh
that.
yeah, animal shops and the let shops. I know it's what they and we're not in China. Like, I'm not judging a culture, but what they do, it just I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine.
Right?
Like I don't think what we do with like cows and pigs, and I don't think our slaughter methods are great. I really don't. But they take it to a whole new extreme.
Right?
So I just I there's got to be a better way all around. A deer goes down more humanely with that one shot and down compared to what we do with most animals that go into a slaughterhouse. Yeah, keep your eyes open and be safe. That's all you can do, right, Go Fish?
That usually would be about the size of it for real.
Yeah, Italy got nailed.
But
Nikki's over there talking away like, yeah, R5, I agree. And they're like, where the hell's R5?
where is
There's no
Nikki?
R5 in the chat.
Where is Nikki?
She's typing in the chat, but she's up on a panel, and she was answering us on the panel.
Oh, okay.
So she said, I was answering you on the panel. Whoops.
Whose panel is she on?
I don't know whose panel she's on.
Where are you at, Nikki Pink?
I'm gonna cut in it, but I can't get it open.
I've done something like that before where I'm like double tasking. Like double
Right?
tasking, and then you kind of make a mistake. You're like, whoops.
Thank you. Keto.
That's why when people do like where they go on like 2 and 3 panels at once,
Right.
like I don't know how they keep track of all the conversations and being on all the panels.
Well, I'm only using one device, so it only works good with me to stay on one panel. So,
Yeah, I can't do multi panels.
right. Have to do too. Get Nikki Pink to come on my panel sometime as well. That'll be fun. Sure, she'll enjoy that like you did today, right, Orpha?
Yeah.
If y'all haven't done it, turn that thumb blue and share it out.
I don't know who keeps
Heard
texting.
that.
I know you've tried it a few times, Premier. I'd lose track. I couldn't do it. I'd be like, yeah, no, and then I'd be like, wait, what chat is doing what? What's saying what? And who did I just respond to?
Right.
That's why I just don't do that. Premier's like, Nikki, did you?
That's right, Nikki Pink.
But no, it's a little easier for you to do it though, Premier, because like you go up as a cat and they can't tell really what you're doing up there. Like it's harder to see where you're looking or what you're doing. Heck, you can go on a panel as a cat and not say a word, and people don't even like bat an eye.
Right.
Look at the cat head floating around. The cat head entices them to just stay and stare at the cat head.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that.
Mm-hmm. My kid's gonna sit here and play games. At least he's being quiet.
You're right
What are you
about that.
playing now?
Treasure hunting.
They get mad at me whenever I do anything with the streaming and stuff because I'm sitting next to the TV they play on,
Yeah.
so then
Uh
they have to turn it
When usually I have to turn it off.
down. I don't mind if you're still playing. You just can't.
Well, and that's why I have to escape from over there because my niece and nephew will have that TV so loud that I'll end up with one of them notices that I really don't need.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I told you, turn that TV down. You're going to go deaf. If I have to tell you again, I'm coming with a belt.
When I think I found something.
Try to beat it. I've been at 4 and 5 streams. I can usually keep track to an extent, but it's interesting. What you got to do is you put 4 or 5 streams up, you stagger all their volumes so they all are at different volume levels, and then you can kind of keep track of what conversations are going on. It's not easy. It's not easy, but I've done it.
I've been in a situation where I've had to go back and forth between 3 or 4 different streams, and I have to jump off, jump back on, go in one stream, out, back off again into another one, out.
See,
Well,
when I do it that way, I stagger the volumes and I tend to have one main one I focus in on, but I'm listening for certain things in the other streams that I want to respond to. I just couldn't
Well,
be on a panel, like up on the panel, because I would totally say something I didn't mean to say if I was on another panel as well.
right. Well, what I'm talking about is if you have one device, picture this for a minute, R5. I'm using the iPad. Let's just say, for an example, if I was in your stream and Nikki was on, I would have to go out of YouTube, back in YouTube, go over to Nikki's stream, and just go back and forth between streams. So that's a little different there and a
Stop it.
little trickier. See what I'm
My
saying?
child must be messing around with treats or something, making the dogs act like fools.
Oh,
Hold
don't
on one
stir
sec.
him up. Teasing a dog is never good. What's going on in R5? I hear you, Premier. I hear you. I hear you, Premier.
My kid was trying to give treats to the dogs, but keep them outside, and all they're doing is barking and carrying on.
Yeah, that's never good to tease a dog like that. If you're gonna give it something, go ahead and get it over with.
Oh no, she was trying to make them sit, and there's 3 dogs, and then they're throwing a fit when one dog's getting a treat and the other one's not getting a treat, so they're barking and carrying on, and my husband's trying to sleep.
Oh wow.
What's that?
Pumpkin bread.
Do you have mouth?
Yes.
Yeah, it's it.
You had to get off the panel, Nikki. Well, after answering questions from this stream over there, they're like, huh, Nikki? R5 ain't in here, Nikki.
You right?
Yeah, I couldn't do that, Premier. That's just too much. 4 computers, you can run 20. Yeah, no, thank you. I just go to one stream now for the most part. I used to do the staggering. whose were you on, Nikki? Flo asked you too, and you I think you're already back over there. Yeah, they're like, where's R5? Why are you talking to R5?
I know that's right.
Okay. Yeah, Granny. Yeah, so she knows me. She's like, I don't see R5, Nikki.
What?
It's a lot of work. It'll wear you out. I'm sure it does, Premier. You're pulling a bossy on me there, Go Fish. Ding a ling, ding a ling.
I know that's right.
That's good.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I put some cream cheese frosting over it this time.
Oh, I bet that is good.
Yeah, I made banana bread and I put cream cheese frosting over it. And I came down with a piece of bread and was eating it. He's like, "What's that? Banana bread? Is there more?" Yeah, there's more upstairs. He comes back down. He's like, "That was good."
I bet that would go good with coffee.
It's pretty good.
Uh-huh.
I hear you.
See, that one was, well, no, not banana bread. It's pumpkin bread, I mean, is that one. And then I have banana nut bread upstairs as well. I'm going to get fat, Nikki. I'm going to get fat. I'm literally making too much bread.
No, you're not. Yeah, you have to put.
I have to say, if you weren't too far away, or five, I would have some and
Well,
just
I just
very
packaged up
few
what
minutes.
B lady wants to have some banana bread and asked me if I'd make it. Um
Yeah.
so I actually made her up some banana bread that's going to get sent out. I told her I don't know how well it's going to ship, but we can try.
You're right.
So she's actually getting banana bread from me.
That'll be good.
But yeah, I've been making at least a loaf of bread a day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, two loaves it technically makes.
Mm-hmm.
And yet today was the wonderful banana nut bread and pumpkin bread.
See, you can't do that around here. I basically had to hide Pringles from my niece and nephew, and the only thing is, I can eat those out here whenever I'm not around my niece and nephew, but put
No,
anything around them,
someone
including
else
if
will
it's
do
cake or
it.
anything like banana bread, it'll be gone that fast because they want over half the cake by the time they see it. And especially my
Oh,
niece
my
that
bread doesn't
has
last long.
ADHD.
No, it doesn't.
My bread does not last long. That's why I'm making basically two loaves usually gone by the end of the day.
You're right.
And it's something to do, so I've just been making it. Like I have a ton of canned pumpkins, some pumpkin bread I can easily make. And I had a lot of bananas, so the banana bread was easy to make, but now I'm out of bananas, so I can't make more banana bread. I've only made it for like
Right.
4 days. The cinnamon bread takes a little bit more time, but like the banana bread and pumpkin bread, it's a two ingredient bread. So you do the main staple of pumpkin or banana, and then you add in a yellow cake mix,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all
Right.
you put together with
Oh, like cake mix.
it. So it's fast.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that.
But I think I'm only down like one more box of cake mix too, so I'm running out of all my key ingredients.
And you definitely don't put icing in front of my niece and nephew because by the time you get it to the cake, they've ate over half the icing before you can put it on the cake
Yeah,
by itself completely. That's for sure.
Nikki,
Yeah.
you know my love hate with my dogs. They drive me nuts too. They're blowing their yard. My mind's in the gutter. Sorry. I've got to clean my downstairs today. It needs to be cleaned desperately, especially the room I'm currently in because my child has destroyed it.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
I've barely been in it. He's taken over my like office space.
Oh, I hear you.
We put this stinking Xbox down here, and all he knows how to do now is sit down here and play Xbox and make a big old mess.
Right.
Right?
No.
Right, mister?
That's exactly what my nephew was pitching a fit about before I came over here to do my stuff. Is he was wanting to play the Xbox and couldn't play and trying to act all mean and bad because he thinks one of his games got deleted when he doesn't know how to put the password in the Xbox. So what good is that going to do? Nothing.
Did you get that call, Premier? No school for the rest of the year? And Nikki, I should be expecting a phone call from you in a couple hours then when you decide it's time to clean, because usually that's what happens instead of clean.
I heard that.
She'll say, I'm going to clean, and it turns into, hey, R5, I'm supposed to be cleaning. Let's talk.
I hear you.
I know you too well, girl. I know you too well. But I do the same thing. I'll be like, I'm going to clean, and then I'm like, hey, Nikki, what's up? I haven't talked in a while.
I heard that.
Although you saved me last night, Nikki. I think I loved you more. I ended up on the phone with my aunt who just didn't want to hang up for 3 hours, and I was saved by Nikki.
Right?
It ended the phone call finally.
I heard that. So how
Like
many do we still have? How many do we still have in the chat, R5?
if Nikki had not have called at that time, I was really contemplating my phone died aspect because I really was done. We have 4 watching, it says. We probably have Nikki, Premier, myself, and Miss Me, maybe?
Right?
Maybe Morgan, I'm not sure. You've saved me a few times, girl.
It's pretty well thinned out then, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think the notifications went out very well today.
You think they would have.
Nikki, you know my phone dies on me all the time. We'll be mid-conversation, and my phone dies. I open it back up after it turns on, and you got a text going, did your phone die again? Seriously?
I heard that.
My phone is always dying. Just get used to it.
Yeah.
If I'm not talking on it, I typically have my Google Home playing on it. So I have music as I clean. So it's constantly being used.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm watching a YouTube video on it. It's always being used.
That's right. You did share it out, right, Nikki?
I know I shared it out.
You thought more people would be in here than this. By now, at least,
Notifications
right?
have been crappy lately.
Mom, I did all this work.
Whoops. Good job, Nikki. Good job.
What'd she say?
She said, oops. No, laugh out loud.
I hear you. I
Whoops.
believe we caught you in the act this time, Nikki Pink. I believe we caught her, Premier.
I got lucky, Nikki. The school called me and they fixed a couple of those issues I told you about.
Well, at least that's good, right?
Yeah, that's good. I think I told you about it. Or did I tell Sue Ann? Did I tell both of you? I don't know. But they did fix some of the issues. One of the big ones being he's not going to be on the bus with the high school students next year. They were going to put my special needs son that's going into 6th grade that barely talks on a bus with high schoolers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Premier said, are you ending?
Um, I I can if you need to do something, Premier.
Our school's May 1st now. Yeah, we're May 1st right now too, Nikki. We're May 1st as well. but our governor's talking tomorrow is my guess, since he didn't talk today. And I'm sure we're gonna get news of a whole different idea of that.
Let me know what Premier says right there in a second.
Okay.
I mean, because if he does have something to do, we can always find somebody to raid.
No, he was supposed to talk either today or tomorrow, but he hasn't talked today that I know of. Now he could have. I might have missed it, but I haven't seen anyone update about it. So I don't think he talked today. But he could have. He could have. Um he didn't even put a timeout when he was gonna talk. He just said it was either gonna be Wednesday or Thursday. Let's see, I got a friend that I would know right away if he talked. Premier said just let him know when you're ready.
Okay. What do you want to do, R5?
Um I could go for another like 20 minutes or so, or we could end it now. That's up to you.
Well, since you're already gonna have to do some stuff, now would be a good time to raid somebody if you know anybody that's live.
Yeah, let's see. See if I can see anyone. Let's see, we'll switch to this account. Because I got more stuff on that account. Um let's see, we got Big Flip is live. What Up in Family? Pusha Studios.
100,000.
I don't know who. If you have someone in mind that you'd like to raid, um,
I really don't have that many that I mod this early in the day that would be live just yet.
I say because right now I know I see Big Hunting. He's live. He's a pretty cool guy. Pusha Studios is currently live. So I'm not seeing many other than that really.
Right?
There's not a lot live at the moment.
Right?
Ethan Exploration, that's a kid. He's live.
Right?
Abandoned Jefferson Elementary School. Oh, he's premiering right now. He's not live. What Up Family's live. Like he's a pretty decent guy. Chill with Glenn's music is on, Go Fish said. Premier, you know someone? Who do you think she should raid? Nikki, someone? I don't know. Like there. You only see Pusha live? Yeah, I just looked at all the ones I named. Like I know there's a What Up and Family is live, Pusha Studios, and Big Flip Coin Roll Hunting is live. Big Flip's got a panel going on, so he's not doing his coin roll hunting at the moment.
Right?
And he's a really cool guy. He's a nice guy.
How many does he have in his chat?
He's got 7 in his chat.
That's all?
That's all. And What Up Family has 4 in his chat. And then Pusha's obviously they've got they've got the 81 watching.
Right.
They've always got a high number.
Yeah, they really have. Why I like sending people to smaller channels that I know.
Well, Premier said he'd like to see Chill with Glenn's music, the one that GoFish brought up. So I guess if they want to put that link in, you can raid him.
Right, but I have no way I would be able to get to that channel because I'm up on the panel and it will not let me click on links from there for sure.
Well, when you get out of the panel, you should be able to click on it, shouldn't you?
No, because I don't have that channel, so that would leave me completely out of that.
Well, I can maybe send the link to your Instagram. You click
Yeah,
on
you could.
I could send the link to you from the Instagram there.
Right.
Love you, Nikki. Bye-bye. Take a nice nap. I guess if GoFish, if you want to put his link in, put Glenn's link in, and I can send it to her on Instagram. We can go ahead and rate him.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I know you will, Nikki. You're always calling. You too, Premier. Don't hold your breath. She loves you too, Premier. Premier said he can email it to you as well.
That'll work.
Okay, GoFish put the link in. If you guys could click that, go over there and do a flow back raid. Flow raid. What do you typically put?
Flow raid.
Flow raid over to Glenn. But yeah, Premier said he can email you the link, so you'll get the email with the link, so you can go over there, Flow.
That'll work.
So make sure you hit that like on the way out if you haven't already. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate it. I know Flo appreciates it.
That's right. Too
And I
bad
hope
we
you guys
didn't
all
get
stay.
more. Too bad we didn't get any more than that watching, but
It's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
I would say this stream lasted for what?
An hour and 12 minutes.
That's not bad.
Yeah. But I hope you guys